Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of Clarity in Business Strategy and Growth. This season, we are focusing to move you from survival mode to strategy-led growth. My name is Lilian Girichi. I am the Clarity Master. I'm a strategy and growth consultant working with business leaders, founders, entrepreneurs to develop strategies for your business. We have Clarity that Leads Academy that focuses on solopreneurs and other entrepreneurs, partners in business, to get their businesses to the next level. We want to focus on this special session today, which is on marketing and selling strategies. Remember, we are moving from survival mode to strategy-led growth. I'll start with a question. Do you feel you work so hard selling your product, but again, the effort you put in vis-a-vis the revenue coming in your business, it's not making sense at all? I want to encourage you to try this strategy that has worked for many entrepreneurs that I've worked with. And it's basically just using numbers to drive revenue for your business. Most people start with sales and marketing, but I want to start with marketing, which leads to selling. And I like looking at marketing in form of a basket, as so. But what does marketing do for your business? Marketing brings out the brand visibility. It brings out awareness for your business. It brings out who you are. I'm sure some of us have gone to a place and you're trying to pitch your business. Someone says, it's okay, but who are you? The answer, who are you, is answered through marketing. How visible are you? How are your socials doing? Because we're in a digital era that you need to have your business seen. I like also giving an example of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola was started a long time ago, but they keep marketing and they keep ensuring they're on our faces. Why do they do that and they're still generating revenue? It's for relevance. I mean, the moment we are on their faces, I like the approach they use that Coca-Cola is for families. So even in family occasions, because of the marketing and how we perceive, because we see Coca-Cola and all those products in a family setting, anytime there's a function, in events, the first thing that comes into mind is soda, Coca-Cola. Why? Because they have put up that perception and they're always on our faces that Coca-Cola is for family events, for family, whether you're having dinner, functions, etc. So why can't you have your own for your own business? If Coca-Cola is doing it, why are you not marketing your business? We're in a digital era and we are having so many tools to get your business visible. So with that understanding, marketing is a form of business development. And I will go straight to the strategies. This is how I look at it. Marketing provides a basket full of leads. An example, imagine doing an activation for your business. The contacts you collect are leads. When you do an ad on your Facebook or on your social, what you get is leads. So you have a whole basket of leads. So either from socials, activations, events that you attend, all those are leads. What do you do with these leads? These leads need to be engaged, which is the next step, because you don't get leads and you keep quiet. You need to engage. Is engagement. And what is engagement? Simple follow-up calls. Thank you for attending our events. We have this and this and this. We saw our interest, your interest in this and this and this, and this is what we can do for you. That is engagement. So I always advise from leads, the best form of engagement is either a WhatsApp or a message. Remember, we don't want to spam this person by call. So once you get a response, it's always important to follow it up with a call once they express interest in it. From engagement, there's still another step. Once you engage, it doesn't end there. You need to, if if they have expressed interest in one of your products or your service, the best thing to do is to quickly send price. How is a price sent? So one thing I forgot about engagement. Engagement, once they express interest from a call, there's something we call scoping to understand what that client wants. So it's also part of engagement because they can tell you, okay, I'm interested, but scoping can also include presentations to still spark interest. Scoping can also be try to understand their business and what products or services suits them. So this is a normal sales pipeline. Once you've done all this, you need to send prices, which is sent in form of quotations. Some do orders, some do proposals. It depends on the industry you're in. Once we have that, now this gets into now something I like calling a healthy leads list. So this is just a general leads list, but the moment you've sent a quotation, an order, sort of, or a price indication or a proposal, you get into a healthy leads list where you have potential number of businesses coming to you. Then once you've sent the quotation, the next thing you need to do, I'll come back here, is another engagement. And this time, feel free to make calls. If they don't call, they don't pick, write SMSs, emails, and all that. So this is an engagement to close. And then you close when you have money in the bank. A closed sale means money in the bank or a contract ready for execution. That is how you get to know a closed sales. So at this point, you've not closed anything. So there's still more that you need to look at. So where do the strategies come in? It's part of what I've explained. But remember in episode 3, we talked about having a revenue projection. So assuming you're targeting 500,000 per month, you're targeting maybe 5 clients for your business. So I need you to pay attention to this particular explanation. 5 clients getting 500,000. That is your projection. That is your target for the month. You can't get this by only looking for 5 clients and having a pipeline of 500,000. A healthy pipeline needs to have much more than these two. So I call them conversion rates. So if your industry's conversion rate is 10, 15%, use that. For this case, I'll use a 25% conversion rate, which is pretty high. I am not sure which industry has that. Maybe older businesses, but I will use 25% for easier calculation, assuming a 25% conversion rate. What does that mean? Your pipeline needs to have 4 times the amount you want to close. So that would mean this is a 2 million in revenue value, a 2 million. Numbers, never forget this. So the more numbers you have, the better for your business, because that means more referrals, more eyeballs for you. One thing, assuming you get 1 client at 500,000, you've not reached your targets. Why? The target is 5 clients at 500,000. So 1 client at 500,000 means there's a metrics you've missed, the 5 clients. So that means you've not achieved your target yet. So you still need to look for the 4 to cover these metrics of the 5 clients. Then the 500 is okay. If you get more, the better. So why do we use that metrics, this metrics? So this helps in financial stability of the business. The client ensures business stability and sustainability. How? These clients, a client who's had a very good experience with you will easily refer you. So that means continued business for you from 5 clients plus their referrals. So assuming 1 client, that means your chances of the other 4 saying or getting you referrals is limited because it's one. So always remember, when you're setting targets, you set with the numbers, the numbers here and the value. So back to this, a healthy pipeline would mean 4 times. You want to close 25%, 4 times, which is 2 million. Another 4, this is 20 million, 20 clients. All right. So your healthy pipeline is this. So with 2 million, the probability of closing 500,000 is very possible, assuming a 25% conversion rate. So times 25%, it gets you 500. Times 25% times 20 clients get you 5 clients. However, you need to work. So these are strategies that I'm giving you. You need to apply all these stats to be able to close out. So the other mistake people make when selling is the numbers don't start here. They start from this angle. So at this point, we now start focusing on the number of the clients for these particular leads. So if you want to close 20 clients, your lead basket should have much more than that, assuming another 25%. So this is 4 times. So for you to be able to even convince someone to the level of a quotation, to which will get it to a healthy pipeline, you need to have not less than 40 leads. So let's now start here. We started from this projected revenue, assuming a 25% conversion rate. So let's start from the beginning. You've gone for a marketing, or you're having marketing initiative, you're doing business development. The number of leads you got is 40 for that month. You've engaged 40. The assumption is that 75% of this will drop off. You're likely to take 25% to this other level. All right, so 25% of 40 would be 20. I hope I'm doing this right, but you understand the concept. So those people you've taken here are 20. They have expressed interest. So remember, from 40, no, is it 25% of 40 is someone to do that? For actually 80. 4 times. Actually, yeah, 80 leads, so that we are clear. So this should be 80 leads. 80, yes, a conversion rate of 25% gets you to 20. So we are assuming 40 or 60 leads are not interested in your products. So we only have 20 here to deal with, who we are assuming, even in this 20, 75% of them will fall through the fingers, and we'll be left with 25. So this is how marketing and selling strategies look like. So if you're only targeting 5 and only working on 5 and 500, you're likely not to get that chance, because if your conversion rate is 25%, your conversion of this is next to 0. Because if you're only having a lead of 5 people of value 500,000, that means you're not going to achieve your targets for that month, which means your pulse rate is going to be at 0 because you don't have any cash flows. So to learn more on these marketing and selling strategies, you can try and follow this. Get in touch with us. We have different workshops every month that helps managers, founders, and people, especially in sales, to work out this strategy. It's a whole concept that has worked well for companies, because we are using numbers, combining this with strategies, tactics to achieve the revenue goal for the business. With that said, I hope I've been able to help you with this important part. See you on episode 5 of Clarity in Business Strategy and Growth. Remember to subscribe and join any of our programs with Clarity That Leads Academy. Thank you.